1, 2. Let's go. One, two. It's still really loud. Right, what have I got to actually work on? I could crack on with the Bejerba stuff now, probably. What was I waiting for there? I think I was waiting to get to the point where I felt like Dismo would be possible, and I'm definitely not at that point yet. But I could get the Genji gloves. I could also pop to the Henna Mines and do some grinding. That wouldn't be riveting streaming. Hello.
You don't need to stream everything.
No, but I want to stream while I can. I can do that grinding on Sunday night or Saturday night when I get back completely knackered. I think I'll do some Bejerba stuff.
I mean,
I like Bejerba.
if you just have like progress in the plot to do, you might as well just do that.
Nah, because the next thing I've got to do plot-wise is like the entire Pharos, which is, even on this version, is going to take a long time. When you factor in spawning a few Vishnos to pretend I've got a chance of getting the ribbon drop from it, and making sure I build all the red bridges in Second Ascent, and no, tail end of First Ascent, and so on and so on. Where's there? That's right.
Fucking Destructoid poses a very intriguing question. Who are you hoping it makes it into our crossover anime clusterfuck game?
Oh god.
This works posts? I'm hoping for a Ruby character made of like antimatter to annihilate the Ruby out of it. Just god damn it. Like, I'm fine with even like Persona 4 being in there. But like fucking Ruby? Fuck's sake.
It's a strange old world we live in.
And now Odai is trying to give me shit about my anime, about how I'm the anime protagonist I made fun of. God damn it.
No comment.
Yeah.
Right, I've got 2 hunts and at least 2 rare, no, maybe 2 rare game, depending how I get on with, depending whether I show up and Disma spawns and just eats my face, because that guy is a meanie.
I'm gonna see if I can play a video game without it crashing
Good
this
luck.
time.
How many license points am I sitting on? 2 to 3,000. Oh, that's something I haven't done. I haven't actually decided where that Esper's going. Not going to Devon. Not going to Balthier because he's already got everything that it's locked for him.
Yeah. Knight does that. God damn it. Gonna have to sit through this entire fucking sequence again. Cool. Whatever.
I could get an extra 350 HP for Fran, but I suspect I could do better than that. What's this? Ah! Black Magic 7 and 8. Nope, that's going to Pinello because it's White Magic 11 and 12.
Yep.
And rather irritatingly, nothing on the other grid at all. God dang it.
You didn't, like, plan for overlapping Esper licenses, so, like, that's kind of to be expected.
No, I actually did plan for overlapping Esper licenses, I just can't remember which ones overlap productively. It's mostly Hashmal and Famfrit that do. Which I think must be down here. Maybe it's like Hashmal and Zodiac or something down there. But Pinello's slow transition into being a second white mage progresses. Right, can I take the minecart yet? No, because it's not here. Why can't I take the minecart? Right, I can ride the cart from here to shaft entry. Which is where I was trying to ride the cart from. Maybe the carts have to be used from the far end first, but I thought I tried that and I couldn't. No, get in the cart. This way. God, I keep forgetting that there's a teleport crystal in the mines themselves. Well, they need to go to...
What, Henneman? The Henna mines?
No, the Lusu.
Oh, yeah, if you get deep enough.
Yeah. Once you've done the antlion hunt.
Yeah, which... Yeah.
Which is
I need
fun.
to fucking come up with a clever term for the fact that if you don't do side quests and some shit, you get fucked in terms of some like just access to things. Just it happens often enough that I'm surprised there's not like a clever turn of phrase for it.
This is why I couldn't take the minecart. It's because Gilgamesh 1 is in the way. I thought there was another bridge before Gilgamesh won. Also, shout-outs to him not being able to land on the bridge properly.
Now we fight.
This is not actually a bad party for this. Why are you two attacking Gilgamesh then? Right.
I picked a very good voice for this Saints Row character because she just had a line that was like, "Dang it, what the fuck is going on?" Like, what? Why are you holding back on the word "damn it"? Like, chill. Aliens are invading. It's okay.
Get on with it.
I fought worse.
It's the Buster Blade.
With a probably more obvious kanji that means fake on it in
Yes.
HD.
Hello,
Hello
Hi.
Sam, how are you?
I'm doing good. Yourselves?
I'm alright, I'm fighting Gilgamesh.
Oh boy.
Redis has too many attack gambits. Right, Genji gloves time.
I fought worse.
Oh, Genji's shield first, apparently. Is that an upgrade? It actually is currently an upgrade for Pinello. Surprise.
Oh, it's on a bridge.
Yes, where else would you fight Gilgamesh?
I don't know.
I mean, the second time you fight him in this game, he's not on a bridge.
Ugh.
Technically, the first time you fight him in 5, he's not on a bridge. On a
She's
bridge,
also-
I
because
fought worse.
you fight him in Exodus Castle first.
There's no easy way to administer this, except by readjusting everybody's gambits 4 times per fight.
I'm glad I'm not going to hear Greg's voice, because it would ruin it after playing at 14 for me. There is no better Greg voice.
What, he's immune to stealing as well? Why is he immune to stealing with a paling up?
Because it's a physical action, I guess.
Gah! Please steal quickly. There we go, Genji gloves. I'm going to put those immediately on. Oh, Vaughn doesn't get the license for them. Shit. That's annoying. Ah. I can actually understand what he's saying now.
Wild.
Right, so that's Gilga 1 down. I should get out the map with the chests. Because there's plenty of them to go for. Actually, let's quickly go back and save. I don't want to get dismed. I still wish that instead of it being a config setting where the speed up is ×2 or ×4, it just, like, as you tapped R1, it cycled through the speeds.
Yeah.
It's like, why this way of doing it? Let's make sure this cart is working. Hmm. 59 and 61 are pretty good levels for this, actually. I bet by the time I actually get to Gilgamesh, I'm 60 and 62. Where should I be looking? Down here. This is where the Eager Blade was, I think. the chest in this area. I presumably got already. 37. Ah, yes, expose. I believe I have expose already. Balthier will know. Yeah. Finally have the Site 11 key. Get ready for everything here to be Mina again. Ash has... You know what, instead of rolling Protect, I'm going to roll Bubble, because Ash has half MP cost. Let's have everybody walking around with preposterous levels of HP. What I need to do now is kill everything in this zone. Possibly after going back and opening a gate.
This reminds me that I need to figure out how to pay for Agents of Mayhem, which is basically another Saints Row game, but not. So, yay.
I feel like, well, they can't exactly make exactly a Saints Row game because they're kind of like, I don't know, did too much.
Yeah. I mean, Saints Row 4 has the Earth being blown up and you fighting aliens via the Matrix, so they couldn't really go back to Saints Row specifically. No, I don't like.
Yeah, and the end of that game kind of just like, I don't know, sets up like stuff that probably be very hard to work with.
Yeah. Unless they went No Man's Sky and then put Saints Row gameplay on way too many planets.
Oh.
And that would just not be a good idea.
Yeah, HP still only displays up to 9999, but it's definitely... like, I definitely have more than 9999.
Yeah. I mean, they could have shown that display on the original, they just don't because...
Yeah. Right, that's the renewing Morrigan. And I'm going to go back down in that direction. After checking... this area... for the other chest that might be here. Nope. This way. There's a chest there.
Yeah, well, the Saints Row 4 ending was they got access to a time machine. They didn't necessarily travel back in time specifically.
It gets far enough that the fact that the game, you find the game is actually narrated by Jane Austen.
Yeah.
That was the weirder part.
That sounds pretty weird.
I mean, like, They go back to before Earth gets blown up, which is a thing that happens in Saints Row 4, and rescue all the people, all the people that are important to the president on it. So, like, they could theoretically very slowly evacuate Earth before it got blown up. But, yeah, like, it's kind of an ending that doesn't really need to have more after it.
Well, that was quick. Orochi's a ninja blade. I've also already got a Zvil crossblade. One of you fuckers is going to set this trap off. Oh, it's silence, that's okay. What can 41 have in it? Oh, nothing terribly interesting.
But yeah, I was kind of on board with Agents of Mayhem once I heard that it was getting made, basically, because I don't know how much he's involved, but Chip Cheesem, who is a Let's Player, like, is involved in making that, so I was just like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool.
Isn't he a community manager or something?
He was a video editor, and he's also been, like, working on designing that game.
Yeah, it's because I think a lot of Volition left, basically, because they all kind of went to Ubisoft. Like, the last Assassin's Creed game was a bunch of ex-Religion people in charge of it.
That is not surprising. More competent at open world stuff than Ubisoft, I feel. At least the simulation side of it.
Apparently it was a good game, but...
I mean, yeah. It's an Assassin's Creed game, I'm not touching it.
Nah, I'm not that interested, I'll be honest. But like, Black Flag was supposed to be a good game, and I didn't like that one that much. So it was just an Assassin's Creed game, really. Yeah,
I think I've said this before, but I was interested in, like, the current day / apocalypse plot that was happening in the Assassin's Creed games, and I was like, oh, at the end of 3, Desmond fucking dies.
And, like, just... I don't know, I don't know what the deal with the end of 3 was.
Like, they wanted to disconnect the plot from Desmond, but they didn't end up managing to do that because everything after that is just like, oh, they secretly got, like, fucking Desmond DNA, so they can continue experimenting on it.
But you're a game tester now.
Yeah.
You can rate every level out of 5 stars.
God, can you really?
Yeah, that was the thing they introduced in Black Flag.
That's stupid as fuck.
Or, like, you are, like, within the fiction of the game universe, you are a games tester.
Yeah, I know, but it's still just, like...
But they've kept that feature?
Great. Yeah, I remember reading the wiki page and I was just like, wow, this is very, very dumb.
Yeah.
I'm glad I stopped.
I just got to the Sita Uplands.
Great, you can now get, if you so choose, your 3rd embroidered tippet.
Ooh.
If you can be bothered poaching curls for a 12% drop that Devon got on his first try.
It was 5%.
That is not helping your case.
Yeah, I'm just saying, my luck's better than you think, and it should make you even more mad.
I am extremely mad. Not that passage, this passage. There's a bat over there that I'll need to kill as well.
I just hope that the driving in Agents of Mayhem controls as well as fighting similarly to Saints Row 3 and 4 at least, because I really gelled with this stuff.
I think I barely did any driving in Saints Row 4.
I mean, once you get your superpowers, why bother?
It's like, there are like points in the game where it makes you drive.
And I don't mind it when it does, because like it feels good. But like Saints Row 3 had the same stuff, and a lot more reason to use it.
I can't remember if this one's a trophy rare. We shall find out. It is not.
It's hard to poach these curls with all these gambits.
Yeah, you want to.
Yeah.
You need a specific gambit setup to be able to do it consistently.
I just blinded characters that had sight unseen, then sight unseeing them until it worked in HP critical poach, which was just like really quick and easy, and then I didn't need it at all. Fucking, I'm more mad than you are, because I had settled down with a podcast. I was just like, I'm gonna be at this for like 50 minutes tops. Or, like, at least. And I was just like, not fucking 1 second. And it just like...
Where's the faux flying gambit? There it is. Well, that's a very trapped chest. Good grief. Things that are a bit unnecessary. $46. Ah. Is that an upgrade for Ash? It is. Not a very big upgrade, but it is an upgrade. Right. I should be able to take these bats. I'm on level with them. They aren't quite as face melty as the bats in the hen mines. Biblos, 52. Oh yeah, the Maximilian is down here.
The stream is working as well as it ever does for me, Sarnai.
I am showing some dropped frames, and I did have connection trouble earlier.
Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely, it seems to be going a bit funny.
I mean, I literally cannot expect to watch your content on Smashcast without getting super choppy, so I'm not one to judge.
Where am I going? this way. Real question is how I fare against the skeletons. I think the answer is okay. That's the bone of Biblos. Oh, that's a mace. I kind of want to use it just because it's a bone, but also it's not actually very good. No. Where am I? Oh man, so the guide has something of a misprint here.
Oh dear.
Yeah, this area sort of there's an area enclosed by tunnels, so that there's like a square of tunnels with void in the middle. But on the map, it's marked as a room because somebody's forgot to draw the inner boundary of the tunnels. Yep. Well, that's fun to level 60. Oh good, the mapper is still in the same place. That's a substantive upgrade. God. Where am I? I must be here. Curious, which is a gun, I think. Right. I've stopped dropping frames on this end, so do keep me apprised of how it's going. I love how ridiculously colourful Pandoras are. Just like, sure, rainbow robot, why not? Equally, I'm not a fan of being leeched for 4,500 health. It's Maximilian. And the whale whisker. Ah. Whale whisker is a Pinello weapon. Fight these? Nah. There's Disma. Right, what do I have to do to be safe in this fight? Pray, I think. And very definitely dispel him. Oh my god. That's so much damage. I know what I need to do. I need to set my gambits to Kiraja. For everyone who's got it, which I think is just those two.
I'm gonna be a while here with these curls.
Yep.
Oh! combos.
There are loads of curls to choose from, so you can...
Yeah.
Right, Disma is about to go HP critical and get even harder to hurt. And do what looks like about 50% more damage. Yes! Right, that's the hardest of the trophy rares.
Congrats.
And if I can do that, then I definitely am ready for Gilgamesh 2. Wait, do I already have a Mage Pressure Shark somewhere? Oh no, it's a helmet, that's right. Dirt. That's not even that good. God damn. Right, which bits of this haven't I ransacked yet? Southwards. This is a lot of enemies. Where's this chest supposed to be? 63. Oh, it's not 100% spawn. That's okay. It's also not the important one. Shoutouts to this guide referring to Bagamnon and crew as the Banger Boys.
Banger bus.
That could go two very different ways, and I'm not sure I'm alright with either of them.
I didn't realise that until after I'd said it.
Okay, let's see how we get on with Gilga 2.
How long I've waited.
Dude, I literally fought you the first time half an hour ago.
Gilgamesh fights again!
I think in my head my level has... I've kind of lodged the idea that my level is around 50-ish, but it's actually nearly 60.
Yeah?
And I'm like... oh dear. Equally, I should probably pay some sort of attention. Is Enkidu down yet? No, Enkidu is clinging on with a sliver of HP left. Okay, that's Enkidu down. Things just got a lot easier. At least I'm proof against his level 4 Petrify.
Yeah.
And
That was merely a test of your strength.
level 3 Disable as well.
Reload, if you will. The real contest begins now. I.e., your weapons are as good as mine.
Right, now I need some people in my party who can steal. Whereupon this gets interesting. Oh, I didn't disable Renekus attacks. Whoops. It's fake Titus sword.
Brotherhood? I think.
No, it looks like Brotherhood, but it's not. It's one of the later ones because it's got like a weird skull pattern on it. If it's supposed to be like fake Brotherhood, it's very, very fake.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like Brotherhood, and he's just really bad at picking up on fake
Maybe.
things.
I noticed that his gun blade has a tiny little chocobo device on it, where the Griever head should be.
Yep.
Sword shimmer!
Why has he just done his ultimate twice in a row with a fraction of a second between them? That's mean.
Oh. He draws an imitation Orichalcum from 9,
Oh no,
Which
no,
is
it's still
Zidane's.
narcotic.
which is Zidane's weapon.
Ah.
And then he'll draw a replica of the Tournesol.
Yep.
Then in the second, he will... Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, where's the face? There's the face. That's the fake Tournesol. Vaughn has also ended up with 2 identical attack gambits. I'm very good at this video game. Oh, it's...
How many times have you finished it?
I mean, I've done this fight probably a dozen times. No, probably not as much as a dozen times, but getting on to that.
Sword shimmer!
Losing my patience on this curl. Oh, I got it!
Hey!
Yay!
This is about to give up as well.
It's always the way.
It's only just the one, right?
You can poach it at any number. You should only need 1 because you should be able to get 2 from other sources.
Oh yeah, I've got the other 2, yeah. So.
And since you can only have 3 characters in the active party gaining experience, you don't need more than 3.
Yeah. Nice. It was good.
Sword shimmer! Fight!
Why is Redis suddenly falling asleep? Oh no, Redis is... yeah. Come on, Vaughn. There we go.
Sword shimmer! Slice!
Final phase incoming.
Quake, mortals! You face the blade of legend!
The Excalibur. Unfortunately, not as limited as one might hope in Gilgamesh's hands.
That's not the Excalibur, it's the Worm Hero Blade.
That sucks too.
I mean, he's got so many goddamn arms he can cut the cast time for anything in half. For like a quarter and just go ham with it.
Or he can just do Monarch Sword.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Face my wrath!
Please get steel.
Do you have this, either the Steelers or whoever is stealing thief cuffs?
Nope, but I did just get the steel.
Good.
Nice.
I mean, you can change equipment mid-battle.
I don't have the Thief's Cuffs. I don't think I do.
How the fuck don't you? God. Like, I breathed funny and found thieves' cuffs. I don't know how you managed to make it this far without grabbing any.
You have insane luck though sometimes. Well, most of the time in these games.
Like, I was trying to get other shit and I found thieves' cuffs. I don't know what to say.
Oh, I do have some. Never mind.
Yeah, it's just Becky being silly.
It's like how I had the embroidered tidbit and golden amulet before I realised it for a while. Not for long, but like longer than it should have been.
Yeah.
Vaughn's got better curing than Bash, but Bash won't get put to sleep all the time. Who's it going to be this time? That's Vaughn, I think. Yep. Right, there's the mass immune. fuck it, let's go for a quickening and see what happens.
Face my wrath.
I must believe.
You're mine.
Here goes.
You're mine.
I think I've probably got 2 mischarges there.
How about some of this?
We've got 2 there as well.
Like, if I'm seeing it and having done some of it myself, I'm not sure how quickenings work.
When I'm not concentrating, I'll explain as best I
Alright.
can.
Basically, what happens is you use a quickening, then as the animation is gearing up, you have a chance to, if other party members have the mist for it, trigger them to use it, or shuffle with the right with R2, and you either aim to get a mist charge or a quickening that your characters have enough mist for. And the mist charged, I don't know how much mist it gives you.
3. It always fills you to full.
Oh, well, that's neat.
Yeah, the crucial thing is the timer.
It is way too short. Like, if you're doing it for the first time, you're gonna be, like, you'll have, like, maybe, like, 30 fucking milliseconds before you realize that, oh shit, I'm on a timer, and I needed to be pressing buttons like 5 seconds ago.
You're going down.
40 minutes. Yeah, so the way the timer works, you start off, and the first time you have 4 seconds, and the second time you have all the time you didn't use from the 4 seconds plus half the time you did. So if you use half the time you've got, so if you use 2 seconds on the first one, you'll have 3 seconds for the second one. But if you only take 1 second to put an input in, you'll have 3.5 seconds. So the key to getting long chains and dealing lots of damage, like that,
Just a mash.
50,000, is to get a command in as quickly as possible. And the other thing is when you're shuffling, so you have this deck of choices in the bottom right, which is what's available to you. When you're shuffling, it plays this shuffling animation, and you can't input anything while shuffling. But you can see what the options are going to be, because the mischarge display at the end of the deck changes immediately to what it's going to be.
Huh.
So that gives you the chance to be pressing the right button when it comes up. And you want to press the trigger about every... It's something like a quarter of a second.
Basically ruin your fucking controller.
Especially
Just
with
mashing.
fucking DualShock 4 R2. It appears to be an ordinary sword of legend.
Oh,
Yes. Jump height.
Anyway, Gilgamesh comes back for it. Even though it's Excalibur and not Excalibur. Whoops. Right, let's get out of here. After Bash has cast Float.
I mean, if he had real legendary weapons, he would be the 13-2 super boss that he is.
Yeah.
Where it's another one where he's mad about being DLC.
Yeah.
Long live Gilgameme.
He also, like, starts out the fight using guns.
I love that touch. Such nonsense. Don't stop me, peon. How many rare trophies am I on now? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's back the way I came. It's weird to me how valuable various bits of undead enemies are in this game.
Yeah.
Like, it is a general pattern that the festering flesh of zombies and the tainted bones of skeletons are really, really valuable for something. I assume it's
Maybe medical
alchemical.
studies.
Well, I assume it's alchemical, but like,
It's also, like, I don't know, maybe they're studying the dead racing from the earth.
Maybe a little bit all of it. There are feasible reasons why one would want to purchase dead things to research.
That's the white mage license board filled up.
hooray!
Oh, as far as I can without having some summons, maybe.
Which other summons can I get at the moment? I can get Zeramus and Exodus. I might go do that. Be a good good way to round out the stream. I like Exodus because you fight him on a literal mountain top. It's pretty good. Where the fuck am I going? This
Fight him in a parted sea.
way. This isn't Chrono Cross.
I saw that new Planet of the Apes movie, and it's basically Exodus.
Fair enough.
It is just Exodus with apes.
Dang it, I need to go actually into Bajeba and turn in this hunt.
I think one of the reasons I like Saints Row 4 a lot is because it has, like, the exact opposite problem I have with Assassin's Creed. Where I want to do everything that I can as soon as I get the ability to, like, engage with it. And the game lets me do that, so then I just, like, blast through the last half of the game, getting all these new powers and not needing them for anything. Whereas Assassin's Creed is like, no, you have to wait. You have to wait to do that. What are you doing?
He was not supposed to go there. You are desynchronized.
Yeah, like, there's this one fucking tower in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and I was just like, I really want to climb that tower! It's the last one, and it's such a huge gap in my map! And
Is Brotherhood the Rome one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember that actually. I know the tower you mean.
It's so fucking annoying. And
I remember it.
And I just didn't want to do the plot, because the plot is better.
I literally stopped that game after, like, the last thing I did was get that tower, and I was like, right, that's Rome done. I'm finished.
I finished all of them up to Black Flag.
Yeah, I stopped after Assassin's Creed 3.
3 was so bad.
Like,
I
I liked it, but then it killed Desmond off, and I was just like, well, this series has literally nothing left for me anymore. I'm
I
weird.
enjoyed Revelations. Some of the end of that was alright.
I played through the entirety of Revelations in one sitting.
But I couldn't. The way they did the Desmond stuff in that game was too weird.
Yeah,
I didn't like how
Yeah.
they handled it.
I feel like like Assassin's Creed 2 was maybe one of the better paced ones, and it still dragged on like a motherfucker.
Oh
I
man,
was-
on-hit confused, that's really tempting, but it's also a 16-point downgrade in attack power. Why couldn't you have come sooner?
That's a lot of gil.
Yep. In fairness, it will all end up spent.
Yeah. It's a lot of bizarre items.
I don't even have the canopic jar yet. That's 250,000.
And then you're gonna get Tornasol, which is 600k.
I'm probably not going to get Tornasol.
Eventually, you will. I know you.
I've
probably will.
never done Tornasol, and I can't be bothered. But I will get, like, the Zodiac Spear is 700,000 if you get it from the Hunt Club trophies. No, hang on, it's the Mass Immune that you pay for, and then you get the Zodiac Spear free from the closing ceremony thing. If that's the route I decide to go, rather than getting a second ribbon, third ribbon.
Why have I just taken on a hunt for an enemy I don't even know, and just comes up with 3 question marks. The hunt begins.
Because that's a plot mandatory thing.
Ah.
The guy does say, the kid does say, it's not an officially licensed hunt because the clan turned it down.
Yeah. I do like that it does come up with the question marks, though. That's a neat little touch.
Be warned, the fight is a colossal pain in the arse.
And you say it's what I have to do.
Yep.
That fight is like nothing.
It's a colossal pain in the arse if you don't know exactly what to do with it, which is like the biggest single nuke you can pull off.
No. I just did single target burn and it was fine. I just punched them in the head with my various sharp implements. It's fine.
I'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed is weird, just like as a series. Like it's one of those. It
feels. Sorry.
Nah, I'm trying to like elucidate on it, but like it was really fucking weird to have a serialized yearly plot-heavy game. It wasn't like good plot.
No.
After a while, but like plot-heavy game made by one of the biggest fucking enormous wastes of money that is Ubisoft.
Yeah, and to me it kind of felt like the way they did plot. It felt like a TV show that went through several different showrunners.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like it kind of had that problem. I never saw Lost, but I got the gist of how fucked up that entire show's like situation was. And I feel like that needing to stretch Assassin's Creed past what the premise could sustain is what got it here.
I think Lost only really has one bad season for that, but it's a long season. But Assassin's Creed is like that, but worse. It has several games of it.
Oh yeah, I can do Behemoth King. Probably not tonight, because that's a bloody long hunt.
But yeah, it was weird having this like really plotty series that came out every year that people respected for like a solid like 5 or 6 year stretch.
I mean, I know Assassin's Creed 3 had its big fans, but
Well, I mean, like there was 1, then 2, then Brotherhood and Revelations, and then 3 was kind of.
1 wasn't even that great.
I mean, people still talked about it because it was doing something new at the time, even if it was
definitely
boring as hell. Like, it was so dry.
and really repetitive.
Yeah.
Like it's really video gamey. How it's just like I don't know. I kind of liked the idea of the approach. I kind of wish they did more with that rather than just kind of scrap it.
Yeah, Ubisoft has like they've developed a pattern where like they do a kind of bad job with their open world thing, and then they in the sequel they get it more right, and then but in the process they lose something that made the original interesting, and then kind of never touch on it again.
I mean, I don't know. The first Watch Dogs doesn't have anything that interesting to start with.
I mean, yeah, but like,
No, I would argue the second one actually is just generally more interesting. But still, it still plays like a Ubisoft game.
which is unfortunate.
But it just has a more fun tone to it, I guess, which works. bit better. And I didn't
Like-
play a lot of it.
Yeah, like I've watched a Let's Play of the first one, and it's just like you could have done something like not this, and it had it be interesting with like the whole vigilante bullshit, but instead it was Eden fucking Pierce.
He's a boring and unlikable character.
And also he's an uncle. Like that does not work as a dramatic like set piece for a character. I'm my uncle. No.
I think it was a thing where, like,
It was original. He was meant to be the dad, but for some reason they changed it, and now it's just like really weird.
Yeah, and like there's just like you can feel it in the game where there are just like bits of it, where, like they started something and then never continued with it, like all this stuff about him being the fox,
Yeah,
and like I don't know.
like his stupid hat logo, and then like the entire thing was meant to be like a superhero origin story or like a hero origin story, and it doesn't come through at all that that's supposed to be it. Until the very end, where it's just like, well, I have to do things to protect the world, blah blah. It's
I believe he shows up in 2 somewhere.
hmm.
I believe he does show up in 2, but you know why?
Because they needed to. I don't know.
I don't know. 2's in San Francisco and has all the weird fake Scientology and fake Google
And also like actual people of color, so that's cool.
yeah.
Right, so I've got that one, right? But I need to do one more of these. I don't have this one. Let's see if it's this room. Oops. This looks promising. Yes. Ah, and this stamp. And a blood sword. Definitely something I need.
Fucking iconic cap. God. Fucking. Ugh.
That's chocobo tracks. So we shall go and get a chocobo. I almost remembered how to do the puzzle properly. Chocobo sprint on double speed is a bit much.
Try using it on quadruple.
Let's not do that. Oh, the deed is here. That's convenient. Why do I keep missing so badly? That's a trophy weapon, jolly good. There we go. Let's go casually push over half a mountain. Ta-da! A path. Now, I can't remember what Exodus quirk is. Also, the burbs are back. Oh shit, I need to find another shrine. I suppose you're not really on the mountaintop because there's this massive spur of rock overhead.
Yeah.
Because the people who designed this game's environments did not care about whether their mountains would stay up or not.
I mean, would you when you have floating continents?
Nah, true.
Like, there's an entire plot thing of like, there are just fields of floating stones that fuck with airships that only exist to go, hey, look what the Empire's airships can do. You're right through them. So...
I think Yagd is just supposed to be like dead zones. Or
I-
like weak mist, whereas they say like Baromeses has a specific property of the floating rocks as well. Because like you go on foot to lots of yagged areas, and like the sky isn't visibly full of clutter or anything. But yes, maybe no. No, I haven't. I have not got the right shrine yet. That doesn't work. Yes, that's the right one. Sunday's stream is just going to be Behemoth King and Hellworm for maximum tedium. Just me staring at two different skins of the same model for an hour and a half, nibbling it to death. I love how many really dramatic encounters this game has that happen in daylight.
Items, huh? Fucking such a tough condition. My God.
Also, it just picked up a paling, because of course it did. Play at the casting scathe game. Holy shit! 2 can play at the casting scathe game and doing casually 15,000 damage to the boss.
Yep. Did you like that fucking damage cap removal?
More than the damage cap removal, I like the effect queue removal. Not having to just wait for 30 seconds for Scathe to work its way through the queue while everything else in the battle stops. It's nice. What's that open up licenses wise? Stamp for Von. Oh, and 3 chunks of heavy armour. Also heavy armour for Fran. Apparently Exodus is for heavy armour, Esper. Okay, do I want Bash with extra battle lore and HP? Or Tharn with heavy armour? And Stamp. I'm going to give it to Bash. Right, that leaves Kuchulain. Zeromus. Definitely get Zeromus because that one's nice and easy. Well, the fight isn't easy necessarily, but getting to it is. Yeah, I can't wait to the last phase of Undying where I've got 2 characters chain casting Scathe. I don't actually know if I'm going to have 2 characters who are able to cast Scathe, but if I am, damn.
Which other classes does Scathe?
No, actually, it's the top level Black Magic, so it's almost certainly exclusive to Black Mage. Which is a shame because it's a rad effect.
I've got that unlocked in the license, but I do not have it yet.
Yeah, that's because it's in the deepest part of the Hen Mines. Sorry, the Lucy Mines. Still Shrine, that's right. Oh god, is Zeromus the one where you can't use magics? It might be.
Jeez.
One of them you can't use magics on. I forget which. It might be. No, Zalora is the one with the time limit, so it's not Zalora.
My Vaughn is almost level 50.
Nice. There's
6,003 HP.
Also nice. Some of the Esper designs in this game are good. Not so much Zodiac. It's just the fish of numbing disappointment. Yep, this is the one where you can't use magic. It's a good job that somewhere I have a million X potions. Okay, this is getting silly. I need to actually be dealing damage to the boss. Why do I keep messing with Vaughn's gambits when he's not in the active party?
Why are
Because
you?
you're very good at video games.
Shush you.
You're the one who keeps messing with character gambits when you're not in the party.
Oh no, he's in the party. Bosch isn't in the party. Maybe I am good at video games after all.
Well, if you are in a situation, you have to use the other party members. That's just preparation.
Oh yeah, I can't dispel.
So you have a moat.
I think I do actually, but
down.
Now to hope for mischarges. That'll do.
No holding back.
Fuck me.
Here goes.
Oh man, that was bad. There we go. Oh, pardon me. Zeramus doesn't unlock much. What did I see? I saw something down here that looked like an unclean license. Huh. So Devon could get channeling, or was it Bosch could get magic law? I think I I'll give fun channeling.
I am gonna bow out.
I'm wrapping up the stream once I get back to a save point. So.
Yeah. Have a good night, folks.
You too.
See ya. You'll probably be still playing this until the middle of the night.
As it should be.
Hmm.
I would be if I didn't have to be up at 6 tomorrow.
I've got to be up at early on Friday.
I will also be up early on Friday.
But it's going to take me about 2 hours to get there.
Really? Jeez.
Actually, how long is it going to take me? Hour 42 minutes, roughly.
Is that door to door, or is that just the train journey?
That's door to door.
Okay.
The train journey itself was about 20 minutes of walking, so...
Oh, did you get an email today with confirmation and stuff? Oh, yesterday?
No, I haven't got any since. I'm like, there's a phone number, I might try and ring in that.
I mean, the one I got was specifically to speakers, but I would assume they'd have sent out something to...
No, there's an actual email, proper email on there now. A different email address on there. So I'll try that one.
Okay. Anyway, thanks for the company, and
No
see
problem.
you... Well, I'll see you on Friday, but everybody else
See ya.
probably have to wait till Sunday. Good night.
Bye!